Miles Ryan is the creator and owner of 7DrumCity. 7DrumCity, which opened in 2011, is a music studio on North Capitol Street, Northwest, that offers drum lessons, band practice space, and community events. It's become a hub for musicians to meet, hang, learn, and even perform in a cozy environment, hosting more than 100 drum students and several dozen core bands that practice at 7DrumCity regularly. They just opened their new studio at 1506 North Capitol Street, featuring 3 floors and a 2-story carriage house in the back. So it's 3,800 square feet total, 9 rooms in total, and enough space to host a music festival. So with that, listeners, I first met Miles through the Flash Band program, and 7Drum, his studio. I went and took lessons there, and I've gotten to know the guy, and I am so excited that I get to introduce him to you because he is such a cool member of the scene that it's a treat to have him on the show. So it's with great pleasure that I introduce Miles Ryan.
Thanks,
Say hi,
Brian.
man. Thanks for being here,
Treat to be
dude.
here too. I love you. Just get that out of the way.
It is that special Valentine's time of year, so I
Keep the
love you
theme
too,
going.
man. Let's keep it going with the love. I love it. And speaking of love, you love drums. So how did 7DrumCity or 7Drum Lessons, or it's had different names over the time, but how did this whole idea come about? How did it start?
Well, the idea, thought this would be an easy question, but I originally, honestly, wanted to just make some money on the side teaching drum lessons. I used to be in the solar energy industry, and I was living in Boston, and I got laid off. And that was in May 2010. Around then, I was hanging out with some entrepreneur friends, and
Good friends, by the way. Entrepreneur friends are great friends to have.
Good to hang out with those kinds of people.
Absolutely.
But they were pretty influential for me. Also, I was dating a woman who lived down here, and she's a jazz singer, another music entrepreneur herself.
Awesome.
Lena Cycli, actually, but you should check out some of her music sometime.
Okay.
But yeah, I came down to DC, and then I basically started a website, wanted to teach drum lessons. My friend Chris Williams, who went to Babson College, sort of was begging me for lessons. And so
awesome.
I was like, all right, fine, I'll teach you a lesson. And I was like, this is actually kind of awesome. Like, I like teaching. I forgot I used to tutor Spanish and Italian in high school and college.
That's awesome.
That kind of thing.
Now, where did the name 7Drum come from?
Well, 7, I knew that, it was originally called 7Drum Lessons, and because I wanted to show up more in the search engines, because it was a clear name, Drum Lessons. But something, identity maybe.
Okay.
So, something, I thought a lot about it, but 7 is about the chakras, the 7 chakras of the human body.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
It
man.
comes from the chakras?
Yeah.
I love it.
Perfect
Miles,
for
I had no
Valentine's
idea,
Day.
man. There you go. It's all about the chakras on Valentine's, yeah. But it's also
Feeling
all
the
about the
energy.
drums. There it is.
So for those who don't know, there's 7. It's like the chakra system, which is basically sort of an Eastern based thing, but it's now sort of just there's just different energy centers of the body. They represent different emotions or energy that you can experience, And I thought it was kind of a cool way of categorizing the experience of being human and all that. And then
7 chakras.
Yeah.
Love it. And is that a personal, are you big into the chakras, or you familiar with it, and you...
I'm familiar with it. My mom talked to me about it. She's a Reiki master, which is where you I don't know. I don't really get it necessarily, but
I got it.
You
Okay.
lie down and they clear your chakras of blockages or something, and then
Got it.
It's really cool. I don't know. Have you ever done that?
I haven't tried it
Reiki?
before, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. So I'm a pretty open-minded guy. I'd give it a shot. It sounds awesome, and I love the fact that somehow stemmed into the name of this great thing. And so now tell us about this new location. Now, when did you move in? When did it open?
Well, let me just explain. Maybe just get to that point first, I guess.
Sure.
I just started off, again, I was just going to do it on the side as I was looking for another job. And then people
Yeah.
kept signing up. I realized that there wasn't anything else. So basically I brought my drum kit from high school into my living room. Somebody signed up. That was so amazing. It was like, I got an
Awesome. email
email that someone signed up. I was like a stranger. That's like the
That you
most
didn't know, so it
exciting
no
thing.
longer was your friends, it was somebody
Yeah.
else.
Oh, yeah.
What a cool thing. Yeah.
And he ended up taking lessons for like 4 years, which is
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Anyway, I was in my living room for 3 years, and then found a space on U Street, got a 3-year lease there, and that's where everything kind of blossomed. And so it's not, might sound like the way you're describing it that this is a new studio starting from zero, but we've actually already had about 100 drum students and all these bands and stuff that pre-existed. So we our lease was up at the other spot, so we moved to this new place. It was kind of tough to leave our beloved yellow building,
That
but
initial home, yeah.
yeah. But I
Whereabouts in DC is this one located? You said on Capitol Street.
yeah,
Northwest.
North Capitol Street. So if you stand in the middle of North Capitol, just there is a just watch out for the cars, but
Don't
you
stand in the middle of North Capitol. No,
right.
but for reference.
Yeah. If you peek out, you can see the Capitol building. It's kind of cool.
Awesome.
It's like up on a hill, and then it's like right where North Capitol hits Florida Ave, which
Got
goes
it.
straight
Which is
over to
near,
U
what
Street.
metro stop is that near?
It's near the Noma. Metro
Near
stop.
Noma
So
Metro.
it's
I
one block
gotcha.
up from Noma, basically.
That's cool. And so now, what about you outside of drums? We know that we're pretty clear that you drums, and you've got a drum lesson place that's turned into a drum studio and a studio. And what about you outside of those things?
Well, it is Valentine's Day, so I'll
Excellent.
start with what I should start with, which is my amazing girlfriend, Deepika Ramachandran.
Oh,
And,
shout out to the
just gotta
loves.
shout it out.
Shout out to the loves.
She is
The ladies in his life.
Yeah.
Yep, I love it. Okay,
amazing woman.
awesome.
You know,
Happy Valentine's Day.
spend time with her. That's number one thing.
Got it. Okay, time with her.
Check that off the list.
Oh no, there's no checking. That one's in there automatically because
Yeah.
she's that awesome.
Yeah.
So props to the woman in your life,
Yeah.
man. Awesome.
And thanks to, I'm just gonna shout out to Bumble. Bumble is awesome.
Do you-
Try it out.
Yes.
good
Shout
stuff.
out to Bumble. I love it.
It's been
yes.
5 months success story. So
Awesome.
Valentine's Day theme.
Okay. I dig it. Yep. Absolutely.
Miles' personal life.
All right. So outside of your love life now, is there more? What else? There's a dog, right?
Yeah, there is a dog. So you must know me or something.
Yeah, I do. It's like I've seen you before. I've been
Yeah.
by or whatever. So, and who's the dog? Tell us
Yeah.
about the dog.
Well, my dog, his name is Remo,
Uh-huh.
and which is also a brand of drum head.
So that's
So-
where the name comes from.
Yeah.
Dog named Remo. Remo drum heads. Very good heads, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a black lab pointer mix.
Awesome.
And so he's really, really cute, in my biased opinion.
Awesome.
He's usually can be found at the studio. Very chill, relaxed dog for a 3-year-old.
Cool,
But
man.
yeah,
No.
and, I like. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, so what about the personal life? And I'm just curious, I'm going to ask you another question, which is biggest success moment that comes to mind when you think about 7Drum. What comes to mind?
Well, I mean, that first student was honestly still a very emotional moment. His name was Mitch. He's awesome kid.
And you got, this was when you were still in your living room or hadn't even got the drum
I
set
didn't even
yet?
move to DC yet. That was in December.
Wow.
Made the website and everything, but
Awesome.
but anyway, that was cool. And then I guess another big thing was hitting 100 students, active enrolled students, which was I think last fall.
Awesome.
I just sort of had that number. It's a nice number, but of course that number is always sort of going up and down if someone's away for
Sure.
the summer, and then you're like, well, do you count that?
Right.
So
No, we're
tricky
counting
to-
it.
you're
100
counting.
students.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
it's good enough.
That's amazing. I love it. Now, one of my favorite questions to ask is if you had one piece of advice to offer, what would it be?
Well, I prepared for this question, but it was hard to pick one. Um,
All right, we'll start with one. What do you got?
you know, I'd say visualize what you want.
Say more. What
Spend
does that
time.
mean?
Spend time.
In your head?
Thinking
Is it a
about-
vision board?
Yeah, in your head, thinking about what it is that you want to see happen, and you can. It will happen. You have to sort of, and this is what's a big thing that helped me get to where we're at. I guess is just trying to set goals. You know, working backwards from where you decide you want to get to.
Sure.
You know.
So are you at your vision? This place on North Capitol? What's your vision like in your head?
Well, right now I want to just take over the world, but
Got it.
no,
Okay.
no, just, that's an exaggeration. But honestly,
Okay.
well, right now you're asking my goals right now.
Well, like you
or-
said, have a vision. So
Yeah.
what was your vision before you got to here? Were you envisioning where you're at now? Did it look different in your head?
No, when I started, I didn't start this this studio or community or business because I was trying to have a big 4,000 square foot studio. I just
Got
wanted
it.
to. My vision was I thought people were working too hard in general and too stressed out and not having balanced enough lives, you know.
Oh.
And so I wanted to try to help people live more balanced, fulfilling lives.
Got
And
it.
I think that music, you know, should be like sports. Everybody, you know, everyone has some sort of exercise that they like. I think
Yeah.
everyone should have some kind of musical or artistic thing that they like, which I think most people do. But I
Yeah.
don't know if it's sort of already unacceptable or something to be like, no, I don't do any exercise.
Got it.
Well, what about like we got to get everyone going on music and feeling those
Yeah.
vibes and.
I agree. All right, so we'll get people going, and now I want to get to the amazing tracks that you brought us, but I do want you to share with folks what's the website if they want to find out more about 7 Drum City. Where do they go?
7drumcity.com.